So what we've done here is we've put together a sample kitchen, as you may want to set it up out in the canyon and stuff like that. What we've got here is a Partner 6-burner stove. This is a great stove. It works incredibly well down in the canyon. Costs as much as your kitchen range, so you need to be aware that it's a very expensive piece of equipment. Pretty much we've got your lanterns, your pole, all your fittings for your stove and for your propane tank are all finger tight, so you can hook everything up all at once with that. You've got two sets of lanterns here. One of them attaches to the top of the pole. One of them attaches to a propane bottle. Okay. One of your lanterns goes on the poles right here, and then you have a second lantern for carrying around. The lanterns are usually one of the items that gets broken the easiest, so we ask that you take special care and attention. When you look at the lanterns here, they have these carrying cases that Coleman manufactures, and we believe that Coleman manufactures these carrying cases to sell a lot of product. These little ears down here often come undone, and when you reach in to pull these out of your big aluminum kitchen box, they just sit there and fall completely apart, sort of like that. All right, so what we try to do is make sure that whoever's pulling them out of the box is very careful with that. What you want to do is when you're setting up the lanterns and stuff is to take the little propane tank. You've got 6 of these that are provided with your trip. Put them in here, put the lantern on top of it, ready to go. You can carry it around, use it at night. Now, when you use these lanterns at night and stuff like that, once again, Coleman has designed these little propane tanks here. Let me get this thing off of here. It's kind of stuck. To sell lots of product. The idea is that if you leave this screwed on at night without unscrewing it, these will leak ever so slightly, and by in the morning they'll be empty. So you can either have 6 nights of propane, or you can unscrew them every night and have up to 18 days of propane for carrying around at night. So that's kind of little tricks about the lantern. All right, you got lots of extra mantles, lots of extra globes. These are all inside your big aluminum kitchen box that stays on the raft. Up to 18 days of propane for carrying around at night. So that's kind of little tricks about the lantern. All right, you got lots of extra mantles, lots of extra globes. These are all inside your big aluminum kitchen box that stays on the raft. All right, with your 6-burner stove, you can sit there and be heating water, frying stuff in a fry pan, have griddle going, and you can have coffee going. These are specially designed coffee pots by us. They're made of stainless steel. We originally used the nice big aluminum enamel coffee pots that were out there, but the health department doesn't like the enamel paint, so we had to develop these and make these stainless steel ones. So these are real neat little coffee pots, and they make a tremendous amount of coffee. Okay, this is the blaster right here. This is used for heating water, your dishwater, and also for coffee. You put the coffee pot right on here. This thing will heat water in about 2.5 to 3 minutes. It sounds like a jet engine, so in the morning when you hear this big roar, usually means somebody really wants their coffee really bad. So this is something you'll be using also as one of the systems that you have available. Now you also notice that all these gas lines are all hooked up to one pole right here. All the fittings are all finger tight. They make it real easy, so you know anybody can set this up. Okay, now we're going to discuss one of the other systems that we have based in the kitchen, and that's the dishwashing system. Probably one of the most important parts of your canyon trip is keeping everything sanitized so everybody stays healthy. What we use is a 4-bucket system. It starts off with a cold rinse, a hot wash, hot rinse, and cold Clorox rinse. When we look down here at these buckets, you'll notice that we've put the soap right in front of the bucket that has soap. We put the Clorox right in front of the bucket that has Clorox in it. So what you'll do is take a plate or a cup, start at one end, wash it with hot water, rinse it with cold water, then you'll drop it into this bag. This bag right here is suspended from a 6-foot table. What it does is it allows the cutlery and the plates and cups to air dry out in the air, and with having the Clorox rinse as the last rinse, then it makes it a lot more sanitary and keeps everybody healthy throughout the whole trip. If you don't do it at night, the mice come up and try to go after the food particles. You end up getting into the bottoms of the buckets, end up drowning, so you end up with dead mice and mice soup in the morning. So anyway, to show you how we do this, let me have Jake come over here and give me a hand. We take a sump screen, and we're doing this on dry land, of course, so we're going to put this inside this bucket right here. Lots of times you can dig out an area in sand and do the same thing. Then you take your bucket, you're collecting all the food particles, and sometimes there's always a few dishes and other stuff that are in there. So you collect all that, take it out, let the water go away, and then you sit there and throw the rest of the remaining stuff. Try to keep the silverware around for another day or two though.